Hi, I'm Jim and this is Jim's Fix-It Shop. And no, I don't have a sponsor. This is just a shirt that I got from my electrical supplier, Allphase, from a couple buddies of mine work there and they make sure I get hats and shirts once in a while. Today though, I do want to talk about bearings. That one just fell apart. Now this you won't see very often, but my last video, number 308, I talked about actual ball bearings, another email, in the fenders. These are in good shape, so I'm not going to mess with them. I'm going to clean this up and probably paint it, and I may use it. This is a dust cap, and if you look down inside of there, there is a lip seal in it. Another email. These are bushings. Now the last video I did, I talked about a different type of bushing that they came out with a few years ago that looks like this. It has yellow Teflon inserts and a lip seal. Now I apparently stirred up a hornet's nest because now everybody wants to know, can I buy these instead of these cheap little powdered metal bushing that doesn't last very long? Yes, I've got, this was brand new, and this is a used one a viewer sent me because he had a problem and he busted off the grease fitting, and I think he busted off the drill. But we will take this to the shop. I'll throw it in a vise on the mill and I'll plunge down in there with a center cutting carbide end mill, and I'll blow that right out of there and I'll put a new grease fitting in it. These things I haven't looked up, but I think the last time I bought them there was like less than $5. These are exactly the same dimensions, everything except the length. And they're a little bit longer because they've got a lip seal inside of here to keep the sand out of your bushing and axle. And I don't know if you can tell, you can kind of see the lips in here. This is what they call a double lip seal. And surprisingly, from Parts Tree, these things are only $2.91. I'm getting a lot of emails tonight. So that's cheaper than I can buy them from my bearing supplier. I checked the price on this, and this right now at Parts Tree is, you sitting down? $81.95. Now if you've got one of these that need rebuilding, by all means do not throw this away, because it's worth $66.80, because you can buy, like I said, the lip seal for $2.91, and you can get both Teflon inserts that go in here. What do they call them? They call them a DX bearing. Don't get me started. They are $3.97 a piece. So if you replace both these inserts and the lip seal and the grease fitting, I don't know why you would, you're going to pay $15.15 plus $7.95 flat shipping rate, no matter how much stuff you buy from Parts Tree. So you can fix this thing up for a little over 15 bucks. So please, whatever you do, don't throw them away. If you really want to throw them away, send them to me and I'll fix them. Or if you have one of these that needs fixing and you don't think you can do it, send it to me, I'll fix it for you and I'll ship it back. You pay the shipping. Like I said, these things are, what can I say? It's a bushing. It's smooth on the inside. It is not a tight fit, and they're not going to last, especially because a lot of people don't know you're supposed to grease them, because that grease fitting is hid back inside this fender where it has this recess, and it's really hard to see. So these really get overlooked, and without grease they're not going to last. And without a dust cap on the outside and a lip seal, they're never going to last. I found some dust caps and lip seals. I might make up a set and give them away on a video, so better keep watching. The bad part about this is you would think if sand gets in this joint, it's going to ruin this, which it does. But what happens is sand embeds itself in the softest material, which is going to be this thing. So you're going to have sand stuck in here, and as your axle turns, it's going to grind your axle and destroy it. So by the time you find out your bushing shot, so is your axle. So if you don't have some kind of a cap on the outside of this thing, please buy one. I have the numbers here. All you need is the one that goes on the left hand side. The right hand side, all the machines have a dust cap and lip seal on there, because of the grease in the differential will leak out and get all over the inside of your tire on the right hand side. Excuse me. So if you're getting grease and oil on the inside of your tire and rim, it's time to replace that lip seal. So we talked about these bearings and how you use the locking collar to lock them on. This company, Snapper, still uses the old school bearing. The new bearings, this was given to me by Detroit Ball Bearing, and this is what they look like now. The inner race sticks out a ½ an inch past the outer race, and it has 2 set screws in it. So all you do is you slide your shaft on and you tighten your set screws. Unfortunately, this is a oddball size, and they cannot come up with anything that's going to fit in that fender the new style. So you're pretty much stuck with the bearing and the locking collar. I had a guy, one of the viewers got a hold of me and said, my axle slips through there and it's really loose, but I didn't get this with the new bearing, which that should have come with it. Want to know if he could use his old one. By all means you have to, or the axle will end up spinning inside of the bearing and it's going to ruin both of them. You want to make sure that's locked on there good and it's not going to slip. So that's it. Now, dust caps, let's get back to them. The ones for the left hand side of your machine. The dust cap itself is $3.52. I've put this in a lot of videos. The seal is $5.76. So if you round that up, you got $9 that's going to protect a $4 or $5 bushing and close to a $100 axle. So the $9 is well worth it. Now if you want the part numbers for the dust cap, it is 7031732 YP. The seal 7014662 YP. And I'll even show it to you. And I've got both of them on there. This is the left side, which you probably don't have, and this is the right side, which typically everybody has. But if that's leaking on you, you want to buy a new seal and replace it. And I had a couple guys say, you know, that dust cap, the hole in it, this one's not bad, and it's soft rubber. The inside hole is smaller than what the seal is, and I had an awful time getting it out of there. Well, I mentioned that too. You throw that in a cup of hot water, not boiling, just coffee temperature, hot water, something you can stick your finger in, but it's still hot. Let it sit for a minute or two. It will come out super pliable, and you can pop that lip seal right out of it. Throw it back in the water for a couple minutes because it's going to start getting hard right away. Put the new lip seal in. Make sure you have it snapped in all the way. Put it back in the hot water. Get that thing pliable. Take it out, shake it off, and slip it on your fender and axle. What you want to do is slip it all the way up on there. Seeing it's soft and pliable, it'll slip right on there for you and it won't be a problem. And then you can put your clamp around it. That's all it is to it. If you have any questions or comments, throw them in that little box below or send me an email. I answer them all. And please subscribe. I need your help. I need subscribers to help keep this channel going. If Google does what I read they want to do, us little guys might be gone. So don't forget to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. And work safe, have fun, and keep on snapping. We'll talk to you soon. So long.